All right, so I am driving. We are actually out in the middle of, it's kind of a storm situation where the amount of water that came down last night, I think, I haven't seen the totals yet, but it just didn't feel like it was 4 inches, but it was enough. And it came down so much so quickly that people are calling with flooded basements and all of these types of things. And we just went to a basement that both of the sump pumps were just not working for various reasons. So the funny thing is, I found one, it wasn't plugged in. So if you can imagine, like, if you don't have your sump pump plugged in during a storm, I just sort of felt bad. And then his hot water heater wasn't working. There's 5 inches of water in his basement. We're talking 1,500 square feet, maybe give or take, maybe it's smaller than that. It felt that big, but maybe it's 1,000 square feet. But the point is that when you come into a situation like this, what do you do? And at first it was just such a big problem to solve, and then what I realized is he has the sump pumps. He just needs to turn them on. All right. So, um, So yeah, he didn't even realize the sump pump wasn't plugged in. The other one, I shook it and it started working. And within 35 minutes, dewatered the entire basement using his own equipment. And I pretty much just looked at him and said, "Look, if a professional company came in here, this is an insurance claim. These aren't cheap to remove. We have to get all this equipment running. But because we were able to use his own equipment and whatnot, it's hard to charge them, at that point in time, a nominal amount just for our time, and just took care of him. He said, "Hey, can you get the water heater on?" On. All right, some pumps are working. And I said, "Look, at the end of the day, you know, make sure this is sprayed, make sure you get the cardboard and the nasty stuff out." But we kept him from having a major loss. And sometimes this is how it works. You get a big loss here, another loss, and you try to make it smaller. And for some people, that's important. And for this person, I thought, look, that's what we're going to do for him, given the rapid, incredible improvement. I mean, it was remarkable how quick we were able to, like, the water came down. And I was just looking at it like, all right, here's a couple pointers, but good luck tomorrow. Now, if you have stuff in your basement, cardboard, um, uh, porous things, drywall's bad. But if it's an unfinished basement, you have just things that are porous, they're going to create, they're affected materials. You need to get them out and drying, or get them, just throw them away. Like cardboard, just throw it away. If you had a vanity down there with some old, like, composite MDF, throw it away. Just, it's done. Because once it gets wet, it's really hard to dry it quick enough. And if not, like, something's going to grow in it, and you put it right back in the basement. Guess what? Guess what's in the basement above you is insulation. So if stuff is growing down here, it goes to the insulation. Then what happens next? Then it goes to your structure. And little things can become really, really big. So really want to keep those things from happening. So I let them know the risks, let them know, talk them through it, and you know that was it. So we're off to the next one. So right now we have another basement that flooded. So heading over there now, and we've got a couple, I think another one. So it's a busy evening for us, for me this evening, and it was a busy day for our team, and we'll be back at it right away. Thank you.